I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Fennekin. I often talk about the third generation of Pokémon games being the ones which really solidified the formula. Fire, Grass and Water starters, 2 box legendaries, Evil Team, Regional Bird, and so on. So, probably around since the 4th generation, people have been asking for a new Pokémon game to break those conventions. One common request has always been for an alternative 3-type rock, scissors, paper, circle for the starters. Psychic, Dark, and Fighting are a trio of types often suggested, and while they do mechanically work just like Fire, Grass, and Water, I think they are a much less intuitive introduction to the concept than the 3 elements we actually get. That said, the 6th generation did give us a small taste of this alternative, by featuring Dark, Psychic, and Fighting as the secondary typings of the final evolutions. Fennekin is a Fire-type Fox Pokémon, stretching the fan theory that Fire starters are based on the Zodiac, although I would argue Fox is less of a stretch for Dog than Hedgehog was for Mouse. Fennekin has large ears full of fluff, though these are actually useful for its fire abilities. Pokémon X tells us, "Eating a twig fills it with energy, and its roomy ears give vent to air hotter than 390 degrees Fahrenheit. And Pokémon Y says, "As it walks, it munches on a twig in place of a snack. It intimidates opponents by puffing hot air out of its ears." And Pokémon Scarlet tells us, "This Pokémon gets worked up easily. Its body can also overheat, so it uses its ears to dissipate the heat and calm down." The name Fennekin specifically references the Fennec fox, a real-life breed, as well as the well-documented kindling of twigs. The Japanese name, Foko, combines the English word fox with the Japanese for child, ko. This child reaches the awkward teenager phase when, at level 16, it evolves into Braixen. Braixen stands up on its hind legs, in a more anthropomorphic form. The twigs it used to eat as a Fennekin, now tucked into its bushy tail for use as a magic wand. Pokémon X tells us, "It has a twig stuck in its tail. With friction from its tail fur, it sets the twig on fire and launches into battle." Pokémon Y tells us, "When the twig is plucked from its tail, friction sets the twig alight. The flame is used to send signals to its allies." We talked about the fox, or kitsune's, role in Japanese folklore before in both the Vulpix episode and the Zorua one. In many stories, kitsune take on the forms of human females, and foxfire is a widely reported phenomenon, so this slightly humanoid fire fox witch does actually make a lot of sense. The name vixen is used for female foxes, but also often applied to human women. Combined with braise, the French for hot charcoal, we get the name Braixen. The Japanese name, Tailana, combines the English word tail with the French for fox, renard. Braixen can be seen in action using its bushy tail and fiery magic in the fighting game Pokken Tournament, where it is one of the few middle evolution Pokémon to make an appearance. Perhaps this is because its sorceries would have been too powerful if it had been allowed to compete after reaching level 36 and evolving into Delphox. Delphox has fully developed into a witch, with long cloak and constantly burning magic wand. Though it has gained an additional psychic typing, it still resembles a bushy fur-coated animal with fiery red fur, so it actually does a nice job of towing the line between humanoid and animalistic. The Japanese name, Mahoxi, combines the Japanese for a witch, Mado, with the English word fox. The English name, Delphox, refers to more specific witches, the oracles of Delphi from Greek myth, known for their prophetic powers. Pokémon X tells us, "It gazes into the flame at the tip of its branch to achieve a focused state, which allows it to see into the future." And Pokémon Scarlet tells us, "It leaves burn marks in the ground, with the flame at the tip of its wand. Long ago, people used the shape of these burn marks for divination." Seeing into the future is cool lore, but in gameplay it doesn't do much more than let Delphox use the move Future Sight. Beyond that, powerful fire and psychic type attacks are Delphox's main talent. Pokémon Y tells us, "Using psychic power, it generates a fiery vortex of 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit, incinerating foes swept into this whirl of flame." And Violet says, "It controls flames telekinetically, trapping its foes in a fiery vortex surpassing 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit and burning them to a crisp." Delphox can deal out a lot of damage, especially after using a boosting move like Calm Mind. But this requirement, and a lack of speed, have kept it from being a competitive mainstay. Still, its type combination and bulk have let it work on very specific teams as a counter to certain opponents. In the anime, Serena had a Fennekin, which eventually evolved into Delphox, and it made itself known on the showcase scene, more so than in battle. Chestnut was widely derided when Pokémon X and Y launched, while Greninja has become enduringly popular. Delphox seems to have been somewhat forgotten compared to those two. Perhaps it was one kitsune Pokémon too far, but personally I think it has enough of its own unique flavour. Music for Luke Loves Pokémon is by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show was by Katie Groves. If you enjoy the podcast, find out about my other shows at podcastiopodcastius.org. Get in touch on Blue Sky at podcastpodcast, or support the show at patreon.com/podcastiopodcastius. I love hearing from listeners. Up next are Froakie and Bunnelby, so hit me up about those or any other Pokemon. And even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Fennekin, and remember, I love you too.